What you know, alibis. Welcome to another brief episode of Pretty Lies and Alibis. I'm Gigi. Good to have you here. It's Monday, February 9th. It's been fairly quiet today in the search for Nancy Guthrie. That 5 p.m. deadline come and gone with no news. The biggest thing to happen today is Savannah Guthrie did a video by herself that was very different than the video she's done with her siblings, where they seem to be talking directly to the kidnappers. This one was more of a plea for help from anybody, the public, no matter where you live. If you see something suspicious, tell law enforcement. We're going to listen to this now, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts on the flip side.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock, trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
So to me, just very different than these last two messages. And just thinking out loud, I have a couple of theories. Number one, has the FBI started to believe that maybe these ransom letters are a hoax? Harvey Levin posted early this morning that they have been monitoring this Bitcoin address. Apparently, you can do that. I have no clue. Don't know the first thing about Bitcoin. Wish I'd have jumped on that bandwagon in the beginning, though. And then just a couple of hours ago, he was on News Nation and said they are checking it every minute with nothing being deposited, which is a big departure from the video before this, where they said, we understand and we will pay. So the assumption was they were going to pay the $6 million ransom by the deadline to hopefully get their mom back. So I wonder if it hasn't been paid because the investigation's leading them in another direction. Obviously, we don't know. But I will say the FBI typically is heavily involved in these kind of videos. They're usually there watching when it's being recorded. It was definitely a departure from the last two videos that seemed to be directed towards the potential kidnappers, to where this one was, we are desperate. No matter where you live, if you see something suspicious, tell law enforcement. You know, I was thinking, if this is a true kidnapping situation, they are watching the news 24/7. They're keeping up with anything being said about this case. Did it maybe spook them a bit that it's being made public that there has been no deposit in this account? Did that lead them to maybe send the family another Bitcoin address to send it to so that people don't see there's been a deposit? We don't know. We have no more answers than we had a week ago. And that's heartbreaking because at the end of the day, Nancy Guthrie, regardless of who her daughter is, she is a mother and she is a grandmother and she's elderly. Just a tragic situation. You think about the family and what little sleep they get, what little relief they get from this torment they've been going through for over a week now. You have to think the minute they open their eyes, there's that half second until reality hits that this is their life right now. So there were a couple of statements today put out, one by the FBI. So let's read that first. It says, for more than a week, FBI agents, analysts, and professional staff have worked around the clock to reunite Nancy Guthrie with her family. The FBI is not aware of any continued communication between the Guthrie family and suspected kidnappers, nor have we identified a suspect or person of interest in this case at this time. Additional personnel from FBI field offices across the nation continue to deploy to Tucson. We are currently operating a 24-hour command post that includes crisis management experts, analytic support, and investigative teams. But we still need the public's help. Someone has that one piece of information that can help us bring Nancy home. We need that person to share what they know. Please call us at 1-800-CALL-FBI. The Pima County Sheriff's Office said there are no press briefings scheduled at this time regarding Nancy Guthrie. Should a significant development occur, a press conference will be called and media will be notified via email and our Pima Sheriff X account. Investigators have not identified any suspects, person of interest, or vehicles connected to Nancy Guthrie. Anyone who believes they have information that may assist investigators is asked to contact 1-800-CALL-FBI or the PCSD non-emergency line at 520-351-4900 or 88-CRIME. Now, when this first went out, I could have sworn they said there would be some ongoing investigations at the residences tonight. I don't see that. I don't know if that was edited or if I'm just not finding it at the moment. I was looking back through Brian Inton's X feed, and he said they're following up on new leads, and we can expect to see an active law enforcement presence at Guthrie residences. He said, so far, I have not noticed anything at Nancy or Annie's house today. I've been keeping up with some live feeds in front of the house, and it does look like it's just a heavy media presence. And then you have the Pima County Sheriff's SUV parked in front of the house. But yesterday, they said they would maintain a 24-hour presence there at the house, which should have been done a week ago, but it is what it is. So I just think that with the tone of Savannah's last video, and then you have the FBI saying that they are unaware of any continued communications between the potential kidnappers and the Guthrie family. You know, is this crafted to sort of throw some heat off the suspected kidnappers? It just seemed very different to me considering the deadline was today. So let me know what you think in the comments. We had a 9.5-hour live stream. It's really like an old AOL chat room. I'm not going to restream anybody's stream. If somebody's out there hustling, doing their job, I'm just not going to restream their stuff. But we did have my Twitter pro feed up, which is pretty much everybody on the ground there on the screen auto-populate. So everybody was able to read new updates as they came in. We'll do it again tomorrow for sure. And if anything huge happens tonight, I'll definitely go live as long as it's not at a crazy hour. But that was pretty much everything that's happened today. I mean, it's been very little other than the video release and then the 2 statements that have come out. I don't expect the Pima County Sheriff's Office or the FBI to tell us if they have a suspect. It's just not how things go. We'll hear about a suspect when there is an arrest. Let me know in the comments what you think about this latest video and what you feel about it. That is the latest. If anything happens, I'll probably do a YouTube short before anything. So make sure you're subscribed and like the video. Click that little bell icon for notifications. All that's free. And it's a good way to support the podcast. And I appreciate all y'all. That is it for now. I hope you guys have a good rest of your evening. We will see you soon.